As China's younger generation surges forward, driving new trends, a wave of domestic consumer brands is rising. Sensing the call of the new era, cities are rising, and national trends are emerging. There is a group of founders standing at the forefront of the era of mass consumption. They care about food, clothing, housing, and transportation, and they care about the lives of thousands of families. It is their persistence and perseverance that have given domestic products a new look. It is their innovation and drive for change that have propelled local brands to the forefront of trends. From now on, Chinese-made products stand out from the rest, and consumer experiences are full of new possibilities. Made in China is now in vogue, and the guoqiao trend is on the rise. Welcome to the special IASK series, IASK guoqiao figures. Hello everyone, welcome to this episode of IASK. Today I'm visiting Xiangqian, founder of Harvest Capital, known as the investor who understands lifestyle best. Hello, Mr. Song. So, how many consumer brands has Harvest Capital invested in so far? Fewer than 30?
But basically, they're all champions in their respective sectors nationwide. We're a very disciplined company. Clothing, food, housing, transportation, daily necessities, education, and care. All of these are part of the major consumer industries. Our goal is to help 1.4 billion people live better, use more practical and healthier products, and enjoy more wonderful entertainment. This is our archive. Every project we've ever worked on, all the records from our funds are displayed right here.
As I walked through the doors of Jiahua Capital, I saw a wall of information made up of projects that Jiahua has invested in. The pace of entrepreneurship in China is changing rapidly every day. Yet Jiahua, which has never missed with its investments, has invested in fewer than 30 companies. It seems like an unusually slow investment pace, but what they've gained is a 100% success rate. Focusing on the consumer sector and the real economy has always been Xiangqian's unwavering commitment. Since Jiahua Capital was founded in 2007, I've noticed this kind of focus. That honestly surprises me a bit. In the past, investment trends have included things like mobile internet, and now maybe even 5G and AI. But you've always devoted your time and energy to what's called consumer sectors: clothing, food, housing, and transportation.
Now it's starting to pay off, but is this persistence or just stubbornness? First of all, I'd say it's not really about persistence or stubbornness. I think first and foremost, it's because I genuinely love and enjoy it. I'm a consumerist at heart, so even if I weren't an investor, I'd still be passionate about this field. I also love shopping. When I see Italian sofas and furniture, even just a little chair, I'm always amazed by the creativity and craftsmanship. It all comes to life right in front of me. I have a lot of respect for people who take their work seriously like that. Plus, I personally really love life. I say I work in consumer goods because it's just who I am. It comes naturally. Because I love it, I'm able to stick with it.
But isn't it all about the money? Isn't it about getting better returns for the fund? It doesn't really seem that related. I mean, it's impossible for a founding partner of an investment fund to say. They invest not for the money, not for the returns.
It is for the money, but not just for the fund's absolute returns. First of all, I think the founder of a fund needs to align with the fund's culture, investment philosophy, and values. That's the only way to really make it work. Because I love consumer goods, and I love life. I'm also really passionate about history and the humanities, so I pay a lot of attention to things related to brands. Interest is the best teacher. When it comes to consumer and service industries, you really need to build up experience in branding, channels, marketing, and operations management, right? Modern digital communication, channel positioning, all of these require strong professional knowledge and a deep, nuanced understanding. So if you're not passionate about it, if you don't invest your time and energy, it's really hard to stick with it. It's tough. You need to have a deep understanding of this field.
Right. Actually, as investors, we often say we're like catchers of champions. We're investing in other founders. But in a way, aren't we founders ourselves too? Jehua, in your case, you're an entrepreneur as well. You've walked this path, running alongside and supporting others. And you chose to focus on consumer industries, those with strong cash flow, that are down to earth, like the industry giants selling steamed buns or making chicken soup. I imagine for someone like you, it must be quite lonely at times, and it must take a lot of perseverance, right? I think this kind of persistence and patience
Is that something you were born with? Consumer business is rooted in human nature and behavior. If you've witnessed all the different facets of life, if you've seen the lights in thousands of homes, actually, you're not lonely at all. If you can reach thousands of households and provide everyone with things like steamed buns, soy milk, fried dough sticks, clothes, right? Food, clothing, everything people need in their daily lives, from what they eat and wear to what they use, even education and healthcare. These are things that are connected to each and every one of us for our entire lives. A career that's connected to people for their whole lives. That's a truly great undertaking.